President Biden announced this pause on student loan payments yesterday through January. He got a lot of backlash from Republicans, economists, and some Democrats. So what's the White House saying today?
Well, the White House is feeling good about this, as we've heard now repeatedly from the podium in the White House briefing room, from the president himself and from his domestic policy advisor, Susan Rice. They say this is an argument, a fight that they're willing to have. They feel that Americans strongly support the idea of giving Americans, in their words, a little extra breathing room. But the criticism, as you've heard from Republicans in particular, and some of those moderate Democrats like Tim Ryan of Ohio, who is in a fierce fight for the Senate seat in that state, is that basically this is not the best strategy, that this is helping a lot of Americans who, frankly, have a trajectory towards success in life right now. Those who went to college. And Kristen, I should tell you, just a matter of moments ago, I spoke to an individual, a guy by the name of Gabriel. He's a master plumber outside of Savannah, Georgia. He says that he and his loved ones, they didn't go to college, or if they went to some type of trade school, they did it and they paid for it as they went, so they wouldn't stack up. They wouldn't pile up these loans. He says that this is fundamentally unfair, and certainly that is some of the criticism right now. But the president has indicated that his desire is really to help those low and middle income Americans. Again, that $10,000, that erasing of $10,000 of debt will go to individuals making up to $125,000 a year. In some parts of the country, Republicans say you can say that's middle class, but in places like Arkansas, Tom Cotton and others complain that's basically helping the rich. Their frustration is that this is a Democratic priority and that it's not focused where the money needs to be going right now, helping a lot of Americans that are still in need.
Yeah, and the White House estimating it could impact some 48 million people. Peter, let's talk about tonight, the president's return to the campaign trail after his summer vacation. What are you expecting? What are you going to be looking for?
Well, I think what's notable is that the president is now back on the campaign trail. I think he begins in earnest this effort to sort of ramp up the motivating, the fueling of the fire in the Democratic Party right now ahead of the midterms, now just a couple of months away, of course, in November. And really what it does is sort of show you that pivot point after the student loans announcement that a lot of progressives and other centrist Democrats had been waiting on a decision for more than a year. The president feels like he now has the arsenal, that ammunition, with him in terms of achievements to this point, that now he's trying to solidify the message and to help Democrats in that effort going forward. The focus again today on the CHIPS bill that the president recently signed into law to help produce more semiconductors here in the United States. The White House insists that will bring down inflation. The climate change announcement that the president got passed just a short time ago, more money directed toward combating climate than any other president has ever done in the past. And of course, this effort on student loans. The White House keeps focusing on gas prices coming down. They recognize that even if prices are high, the average price about $3.50 nationwide right now, Kristen, that many Americans, they believe, will be focused on the direction. And if they feel like the country's going more in the direction of prosperity, success, and less in the way of inflation and rising prices, they'll feel better. But those prices, they still remain very high right now. And obviously this issue of student loans raises that topic once again. And
you are absolutely right, Peter. And they are watching those prices every single day. We really appreciate it. And as you've been talking, we've been watching the event there, band getting the crowd fired up ahead of the president's rally in Maryland tonight.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.